yesterday, me and Stefano, we went to this gym because I'm trying to learn how to swim right now, and didn't really make that much progress swimming, but that is okay. They had a hot tub there too. Went from swimming, went to the hot tub, chilled there for a little bit. They had a sauna there as well. They had a steam sauna and like a dry sauna. I don't like steam saunas. I'm more of a dry sauna. So we go in the dry sauna thing, and when I walk in, there's these two guys talking, and they're talking about sleep. And so Stefano walks in right after, and we're sitting there, and then the conversation kind of like slows down, and he says something about one of the guys. He says something about the subconscious and how, just something about like how that affects sleep. And so I was just like, trying to overcome fear and talking to strangers. I was like, oh, like, what's a natural way? Oh yeah. So he mentioned that you can kind of overcome those things that are seated in your subconscious over time or with the help of a substance. So that's where the conversation ended, and I was just like, oh, what are some natural ways? And then that conversation kind of trickled into what you're about to hear. And I didn't want to leave. I was like very focused because I was like, they're gonna drop some gems on me. These are really older guys. Like one of the guys, Eric, he was 63, did not look 63, and he's in the sauna. He was there longer than us, hot as hell. But yeah, what you're about to hear is the conversation. Really happy Stefano recorded it, because this is the kind of shit that I want Dream Boy to be, like these kind of things. So hopefully the audio's good and you're able to get something from it, but here we go.
Think about that. If we were born in some other place in the world, hope you read that, the war at Ukraine, yeah, the war at Israel. Yeah. Think about the people, the lifestyle, right? When the siren alarms, they have to go and hide. Mm-hmm. That siren, right, what it is? It is happening for every 30 minutes. What kind of life it is? But so it means like we are so fortunate. We have so many things, the God or nature, whatever it is given to us. Think about those positives, and then even if you have some small issues, right? It's common. You have to take it. Mm-hmm. And once you keep saying something like that, it will give you some inner peace. Mm-hmm. And also, basically, see, when you have something really bad feel, right? Mm-hmm. You get like your breathe. You don't breathe regularly, mm-hmm, but you have to do a lot of the deep breath. That will help you. Number one, you have to stop your thinking.
I'm sorry, but it's all a matter of perspective, right? And your perspective is created by what you take in. It's like you program a computer, right? Yeah. If you don't do it properly, you don't put the right stuff in there, it's called GIGO, garbage in, garbage out, right? Mm-hmm. So even if your mom loved you to the end of the earth and then back, and your dad was awesome and all this stuff, garbage still comes in from what people tell you. Mm-hmm. And that garbage creates your perspective on how you see things. He's talking about those alarms. I've been in places where missiles are coming in and alarms are going off, and a lot of people, their eyes would get all watery and they get all freaked out, and they'd go running for the bunker, and a few of us would sit there like, if it hits it, it's going to hit us. Mm. So we would just say, hey, that one look good. Yeah. Boom, that one looked pretty cool, because we were working with the Patriot missiles. So when they shot one, the Patriots went out and knocked them out, right? Mm. So these guys are freaking out, and then they're running in and out of this bunker because they're scared to get hit, and we're just watching the show. This old Vietnam guy, we were like, yeah, that was a good one. We took lawn chairs out there and some drinks, and we said, so it's a matter of perspective. How you look at something, and how you look at it is going to determine how it's affected. It's called efficacy. Your effect on your surroundings. Right? And this is true. You have an effect on your surroundings. So if you can wake up to the point to say, well, yeah, mom meant well, but mom, no, it's okay to have money. That part is how you get the money. It's okay to be a millionaire. The problem is, did I swindle, cheat, and kill people to get the millions? Yeah. Or did I do good service and get good? See, so if you change how you look at something, what you look at changes. Mm-hmm. Right? So, try this. I'm in 7th or 8th grade. And I went to school here in CD, and we had Coach Danny Grove teach the science, right? Mm-hmm. I remember he got into a topic that I just, oh, this is so cool, right? Meanwhile, my mom didn't even finish high school. She's from Costa Rica, speaks English with an accent. My dad, German, he's still in Costa Rica doing some shit. Nobody gives a crap about me in school. Mm-hmm. So I don't give a crap about school. But I really like this subject. And so he gives us an exam. We walk in and we sit down and he's stomping back and forth all pissed off, and shaking his head, and he goes, I don't know what's the matter with you people. And then he keeps on, and then he goes, even Eric made a B. What's wrong with y'all? And to this day, this is like, I'm 63. This is like decades ago, right? I still remember this, and I'm thinking, you sorry son of a bitch, right? Now, I dropped out of high school, and I joined the military at 17. And the military says, well, you need a GED, right? So now I've got a GED, and I still remember Coach Danny Grove saying, Eric is pretty stupid, and if he did this, there's something really wrong with you guys, right? Is basically what he was saying. After the GED, I got associates, I got a bachelor's, and I got a master's. My bachelor's is electronics with robotics, right? And my master's is management of technology and industrial engineering. Coach Danny Grove, a coach, sucked in to teach some science classes in junior high. And he's gonna call me stupid. But that's stuck in there. So now it's to the point of you take that picture that they embedded in you and you say, you know, I don't like that picture. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my perspective. That's bullshit. Coach Danny Grove, I mean, Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, academic honors in universities, and you're telling no. So you look at whatever it is, you look at what kind of perspective you've shaped and formed, right? And you look at where it came from, and then you look at how to change what you see. And then once you change it, change is for the subconscious, change is not easy. So you have to basically keep reinstalling over the old until it overwrites it completely. And that's how you do it. So yeah, I caught as far as I'm concerned, 63 is just a number.
Yeah, because you don't look 63. I guess you're like
I don't,
50 maybe?
I don't pay attention. As a matter of fact, right now I'm bugging myself because I feel like I'm really out of shape and I need to get back on it. My back just crunched up on me in 21 and I'm trying to build back up. So I'm in the process of building back up. Now, if my perspective was I'm 63 years old, I've had 3 knee surgeries, a back surgery, and a shoulder's been rebuilt, I should just go home and lay in the freaking couch and die. Or I can say, no, you know what? I don't give a shit what they say. I don't give a shit what the doctors say. I don't give a shit what anybody says. What's best for me is that I keep pushing it. I get myself back in shape to where I want to be.
Yeah.
And that's so
that is proven, the mindset, there are so many cases, medically the doctors has given up. But the pure real willpower, they come up and then they did a lot of wonders. It's not a thing. It's a proven thing. Your mindset plays much better role than your physique and other stuff.
And there's something even higher than that. There's something higher than that.
What's that?
You're not.
The thing is, there are so many things. It's easy to understand, but really hard to follow. Right? That's the thing. When you are in school, you do know very well. If you get good grades and you can go to a good college, and then it's easy. But how many of you? I mean, they do know, but how many of them are doing it? That's the question.
The movie The Matrix. You've seen it? It wasn't based on science fiction. It was based on actual science. Everything's atoms, electrons, protons, and neutrons. And even if you're not physically in contact with those atoms, electrons, protons, and neutrons, you can affect them. And that's true. You go to any university and they'll say, yeah, that's the problem where if you observe an experiment, the fact that you're observing it affects the experiment and makes it invalid. But there's higher. There's people that can do shit. Oh no! I mean, can you imagine somebody walks out, hey, talking to not that dogma God that everybody brags about, or that says it's your fault.
What's your name, by the way?
Me? Muthu.
Muthu. Noble, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, man.
Stefano.
Stephanie.
Nice to meet you.
So when you realize that just because somebody sees their perspective as that he's mean, envious, and she's jealous and hateful and all this good shit, and you should cower and stuff, fuck that. I walk outside and say, hey, Pop, show me something cool. I'll put my hand up in the air and lightning goes flashing across the sky.
Man.
Oh, really? Here you go. Hold on. And if I did it so many times that I know it's going to happen, I guess I would just go ahead and, what?
So this is something that you've done that happens,
Well, I've done a lot of things that people can't imagine.
and there's no lightning before.
I heard some thunder outside, and I walked outside and I said, hey, Pop, show me something cool. Boom, boom, oh, do it again. Boom, boom. And meanwhile, I'm recording it. Right?
Yeah.
And this is not something that is the first time, to the point that I can't say I would do it, or because then I'm trying to prove something, and I'm not. If you're trying to prove something, then something's trying to disprove you, right? But I've done it before to the point that I had people come running out of a mall thinking that somebody had dropped a bomb somewhere. Because kaboom, ground vibrating and all this good shit. My neighbors, my friend standing next to me, and he's like, what the fuck? And it's like, it's not just that. I mean, you like spiders?
Yeah.
Do you?
Spiders, they're over creativity in some religions, so yeah.
Let me see if I can find you a spider. I find a branch, and I put him on the branch, and I said, here you go, buddy. And he gets off my hand and goes on the branch. Why should I be afraid of it? And I'm trying to help it. Yeah, I would never. That would be stupid.
To like impose yourself onto it.
Yeah, but if it's willing to take my help, I'll give it. And I've got things like that with praying mantis, wasp, yellow jackets. I just walk up and say, hey, you're not supposed to be in the house. Come on, let's take you out. And I take it on my finger.
Yeah.
See, you're not being around people who like, kill it. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Why?
you don't have to kill it.
Why? Frogs, I got frogs.
You're over its area. You
You
impose
frogs
yourself over
said,
its
come
area.
on. I said, you can trust, this is what I said. I said, you can trust me. And I put my hands out there. And the little frog just gets in my hands.
Sure. We found out that frogs can understand English.
People don't realize it, but there's more people. I mean, it's like, if I tell you that you're weak, that you're not very intelligent, that you should give your money away, that you should do this, you should that, and I have full control of you.
Yes.
But if you wake up and realize that you have more power than they do,
30
then they
minutes.
lose control.
Yeah.
So that's
We're
what
not
I'm going
doing
to tell
30
you that,
minutes.
that
I'm
it's
dying right
impossible, that you can't, that you're supposed to be in a wheelchair when you're 60 years old. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. Honestly. Now, some of it, so I went through a time of buying all the different versions and studying this and studying that. And after, so many denominations, you name it, Baptist, you're going to go to hell just because you're breathing. Now, what the hell? No. The Catholic, well, you need to come tell me. Why? Can't I go talk to God himself or herself?
Yeah.
Or itself or their selves?
Yeah.
To all of it, and at one point I had to let it all go. And if I need to know something, I ask. I let it go, and sometimes within a couple of minutes, the answer's look what it says on the damn TV. It says you need to sell it now. I'm serious. Or something will come across the radio and say, don't do that. Don't do it. If you do that, things are gonna fall. Okay, I heard it. Right?
I heard you.
Or it's just a little soft, silent voice back here saying, don't do it.
Yeah. And then trust in that.
Some people call that intuition.
Yeah.
And so, but there's, I mean, and here's something I learned. Never try to change somebody's mind about their beliefs.
Sure.
Everybody's got to grow at their own pace.
Yes.
Nobody grows like Zoom and then everybody has to match it, right? So,
Yeah.
so you sit there and you don't let, even if you know that's so much bullshit and I could tell you why and it would destroy the world, but you don't really want to do that, so you don't say anything.
Yeah. Because that puts you in a position where you're having to defend your beliefs, and that's really
Even
weird.
if you don't have to defend it, it's doing them damage, and that's what you don't want to do.
Because it does yourself damage.
So I mean, yeah, I'm a devout Catholic. I go get drunk on Saturday and go to church on Sunday, and everything's okay by Monday, and I'm okay.
Well, that's different.
Yep, that's your belief, and as long as it works for you, fine.
Yeah.
If you really want something, and you believe you should have it, and you're saying, hey, I want this so bad.
Time goes by, man.
Right?
Yes.
Shit, man, we
Never
get old,
let
man.
anybody else know
Tell me about it.
what you're asking for.
I ended up cutting it right there because these two guys were kind of like, I guess they hadn't seen each other in a while. So they were kind of like, oh, bro, I haven't seen you forever. Like, oh, like, how you been? And you hear it at the end a little bit, but I decided to cut it short. But he was just practically saying at the end part that whatever you want and you feel like you really deserve it, don't share it with people because like it allows you to introduce things like doubt. And I would say that's one of the biggest things that I've had to deal with yesterday. So I'm trying to learn how to swim and I'm trying to like remind myself how to do backflips. So I was in the backyard outside for way too long and I'm trying to learn how to do these backflips and I keep jumping, keep doing my whole thing. Nothing. Like I can't allow my body knows what to do because I feel it. Like I see it, my brain sees it, but then my mind is just like, hell no, we're gonna hurt ourselves. It's gonna be bad. You know, I'm over here having to big up myself and be like, you know what, bro? If I die, if I perish, I perish. Fuck it. But obviously, I don't mean that. But then my sister had came home and I told her I was like, hey, like come, come see like me real quick. For whatever reason, I don't know why I did that. But then I decided to ask her because I already felt like I was jumping. I felt like the only problem was allowing myself to jump backwards. That was the only thing. I felt like I was jumping high enough. I felt like I was, because I know my abilities. I felt like I was good. And then I asked her, and she can't do a backflip. But I asked her, I said, hey, does it look like I'm getting high enough? And she looks at me unsure, and she goes, I don't think so. And once she says that, it kind of just fucks up my confidence as far as that goes because now I'm like, damn, maybe I'm not getting as high as I thought I was. Maybe that's why I'm afraid to turn. And then once she leaves, because like I was like, oh, you can go, never mind, I'm gonna figure this out. When she goes, first thing that comes to my mind is like, you just introduced doubt, and you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that, and that's something I struggle with. It used to be a lot worse. Any of my friends that know me, I used to like share everything that I was working on, and it was an external validation thing. I'll be honest. I liked people getting excited at the idea of things, and it would be a point where I would share the idea and they get all excited, and I talk about the idea to a point where I'm seeing it in my head, like with the backflip, you know. And then they ask their questions and do different things, but then I've created this idea of it, and then I feel like I've already done it. It's a different kind of thing, but still the same, you know? So, all in all, it was a chance meeting. This wasn't even supposed to be. This wasn't a planned episode. It wasn't. That's why I'm just calling it like a field recording. It wasn't a planned episode at all, but it was still very cool. We'll probably never see these two guys ever again. Two very old men in this sauna on a random, what was it? Tuesday, I think? Or Monday? I don't know. The days are weird. But yeah, I hope that you got something from it. As I did. It was cool. But yeah. Alright.